My hair seems to have a bit of a red tinge. It's the light from this lamp because it's 25 to 4 in the UK and the light in this room is already going. It's getting dark and it's raining. This room doesn't have a lot of light. None of the rooms in our house really have a lot of light, unfortunately. And outside it's going to be even worse. Also, before I begin this rant, I just want to say two things. Number one, if you hear any noises throughout this video, that will be one of my three cousins either playing on the Wii in my bedroom or playing on something else. And number two, someone has asked me in a message, private message, whether, because I'm doing rants for a month, whether I will actually be still doing Sunday songs. Yes, I will be doing Sunday songs. Rants, I'm going to try and do songs with like a ranty kind of randomness in them, if you know what I mean. I'm quite excited about tomorrow's song because I've written it myself. I know I've written other songs myself, but this one I think I'm most proud of at the moment. Now let's start the rant. This rant is about the police. Now I know a lot of you are going to go, well, the police are there to help us as citizens and the only reason you're going to be ranting about them is because you've done something that's wrong and illegal and you broke the law. That isn't really true, to be honest. I haven't ever broken the law and I never would. I would rather douse myself in petrol, set fire to myself and die a horrible and painful death than to break the law and get on the wrong side of the police, to be honest. It's not something I would really recommend. The reason I don't like them, to be honest, me personally, is it's just like they have all this power. Like I saw two police officers the other day. They're like community officers in my area, and as soon as I saw these two officers I freaked and I had to go onto the other side of the road just to avoid them. I'll demonstrate. Okay, so I would say here, just walking, and then all of a sudden these two officers were coming toward me and I just looked at them and I went to the other side of the road and just continued in the direction, and they seemed to realise that something was wrong because they immediately did this. They were like, and just continued on their way, luckily. I mean, if they'd have said something to me, I'd have freaked. I mean, one time, this wasn't in my area, this was somewhere else, can't remember where, but a police officer came up to me, and I immediately did this, I didn't do it, and I didn't even know what he was going to say, and he says, I haven't done what? And I said, whatever it is you're going to try and arrest me for, I didn't do it. It was someone else. I don't know who it was, but it wasn't me. And he was like, I want to know if you've seen whoever it was, this person, and gave me a name. And I was like, no. And I hadn't seen this person and I didn't know who this person was, but I immediately thought as soon as I saw him that he was after me for something, even though I hadn't done anything. And I know now in this video it's going to look as if I've got a guilty conscience. But I don't. It's just... The police came to school. As the police do in schools, they always tend to go into any school at some point. The first time I saw them in my school, I was standing talking to someone, and then all of a sudden they pulled me out of the way because they went, "Please go, please go," like that. It was so hilarious afterwards, but so frightening. The main thing is that they are there to protect people, to protect everyone, but at the same time, the police, like anyone else, can make mistakes because they're only human, and they can get the wrong person, and that person could end up going to jail for something they never did. And I think that's a worrying prospect, because I believe in this world that everyone has a double, definitely. And anyone can get falsely accused at any time, and that can lead to really tragic consequences. So no matter how much you try and keep your nose clean, you could still get into trouble with the law for absolutely nothing that you've done. I know the saying goes, innocent until proven guilty, but how much is that line taken into consideration? Really? I mean, I know things have improved since DNA and all that, but mistakes can still be made. And I'm not trying to say that the police are horrible and that we shouldn't have police around. I mean, if we didn't have the police, we'd be in a worse situation than we are now. But I just think that we have to face the reality that mistakes can be made, and someone who hasn't done something could be caught and falsely put inside for nothing. Or the police in our school. Hi. Oh, you alright?
Yeah.
It's my little cousin. Beforehand. My little cousin again.